Okay, so I got the file downloaded to my desktop. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a folder on my desktop named FMS. So just right click anywhere on the screen, go to new folder, and type FMS. And you can actually name it anything you want. So the next thing I do is I'm going to extract the files with Brinware, which is you double click on it and go extract to, and just on my desktop is where I got the folder that I created. I'm just going to click OK, and it's going to go through and extract all the files into that folder that you just created. So now that's done. So now in this folder, if you open it up, this contains all my favorite helis, planes, and sceneries for FMS. It also includes this little buggy that I found somewhere, and that's just for pure fun. And then also this file right here, this is the file you need to run FMS on a Vista-based computer. And I'll show you a little bit about that here in a second. So now what I want to do is I want to install all these helicopter models into my FMS program. So what I'm going to do is I've got it, I'm going to go ahead and up here on the top, I'm going to click Edit and select all. Then I'll right click on it. I'm going to go to Extract Files. Alright, now I'm going to extract the files into the local disk C drive program files. I'm going to look for FMS right there. Expand that down. And now I'm looking for model. Right there. So I'm going to click OK. And it's going to go through. And it'll give you, it might ask you if you want to replace something, just click yes to all, and it's going to go through and extract all these models of helicopters into FMS. And then you can do the same thing with the planes and the sceneries. Extract
files, C drive, program files, FMS, model. And last but not least, we'll go with the sceneries.
Now, when you do the sceneries, make sure you put it in the landscape folder and not the language folder. I make that mistake all the time. So, when this finishes up, now you're going to have a whole bunch of extra sceneries and models available for use in FMS. Okay, so when you first open FMS back up, first thing, just go through to your graphics tab up here. Make sure to uncheck the fog. Because when you try to use the photorealistic backgrounds, you need to have the fog off, otherwise it just makes it look weird. So then you can go over here and select load for the landscape. This will bring up the little menu of all the landscapes that you just installed there. And the ones here in the files, the folders here, if you double click on them and it opens them up, and if you want to go back, just this tab right here, just click that and that'll bring you back to where you were. But you can go ahead and just click on them and open, and that'll go ahead and load it up. And again, there's quite a bit of them, so go through, find one you like. The ones, now here it says the name, and then it'll say the name with heli after it. That means it's got a training pad. And sometimes when you load up a scenery, you might gonna want to zoom out a little bit to give you a better view of the field that you're flying on. Now obviously this is a plane, so we'll go up here to the model, click that, and we'll open up a helicopter. And same thing applies. If you click on one of these and you open it up, then you want to go back, just click that tab. And now not all these helicopters fly the same. Some of them are a lot more twitchy than others, so experiment to find one that you're comfortable using and go ahead and practice. You can see here this has got the training pads to land on, so you can practice landing. See, like this is a twitchy model right here, but you can practice just going around and landing in the circles, such like that. Okay, so when you want to run FMS in Vista, you need this extra little file that I included in my download that I put on my website. Now, the other way to get that file is if you just go to rcdiscuss.com, and down here under the beginner section, you'll see RC helicopter FAQ tutorials, flight simulator support, da da da. So click on that, and then right here you'll see installing FMS. Click on that, and then down at the bottom of the very first post is a link to download the file you need right here. So you can go ahead and download that, and wherever you download it, just download it and save it to your computer. Then what you're going to have to do is, after you've got that file somewhere right here, what you want to do is you'd want to right click on it, go down to copy. Then where you need to go is you need to go to my computer. Okay, you want to go to C drive. You want to go to program files. Then you want to find FMS. And then what you do is you would right click and paste that file right here. That'll allow you to run FMS in Vista. Okay, now here on my laptop uses Windows Vista. And when I tried to install the add-ons for FMS on this computer, I kept getting errors from WinRare saying that it just couldn't do the performed action. So I found out that the user accounts control program was interfering with it. So what I ended up having to do was turn that off. So what I did was I came down here, I went to the control panel, and up here, go to user accounts and family, click on user accounts, and this is where you can turn on and turn off the turn user account control on or off. So this is what I did. I turned it off, and this allowed me to install the add-ons for FMS. Now, one thing, I don't have FMS on this computer because there's a problem with Windows Vista computers that use NVIDIA graphics cards, particularly laptops. So people like me that have a Vista laptop with an NVIDIA graphics card, you'll get this screen flickering. And there's a way around that, but I tried for 2 days, couldn't get it to work, so I said, never mind. For most people, though, you'll have no problems running FMS in Vista. Okay, so when you want to use your actual transmitter from your Honeybee fixed pitch or your KOB, what you're going to need to do is, in your controls, you're going to select joystick interface. You want to click mapping and calibration. Now what you need to do is start with throttle. When you move your throttle, you want to look on your screen to which bar is moving. Then what you want to do is go ahead on here, make your throttle the same as whatever bar is moving. So it's 3, and then the same thing for rudder. When you move left, right, notice what stick that is, and then make sure the number corresponds to that one. So you go through and do that, and the first 4 should match the bottom 4. Now you want to calibrate your transmitter. So what you're going to do, move everything all the way to the max, and then put your throttle stick back in the middle, click next, make sure everything is centered, all your trim tabs, make sure your throttle stick is centered, and click finish. So now the transmitter is calibrated, and we know the sticks are going to move the right controls. Now we need to make sure to see if any of them need to be reversed. So we're going to click OK, and OK again. So you see, now move up, the helicopter goes up. So check with the rotor. That's good. Aileron. Oop, that's backwards. And let's check elevator. Yep, elevator is good. So I just need to change my aileron, and I should be good to go. Because now when you push this stick forward, you want the helicopter to lean forwards. When you push it back, the helicopter should lean backwards. You go like this, helicopter should lean, lean. When you push your rudder here, the nose of the helicopter should go that way, not the tail. So, but you just go through and do that. I'm going to go through and change my aileron. And again, the top 4 should always match the bottom 4. Click OK, OK. So now I'm good to go.